Welcome everybody. I am thrilled to have the opportunity to teach you guys how to teach your dog to crawl. Now, before we start teaching our dogs to crawl, we have to make sure we're prepared for the training session. For me, I like to either have a word that we're going to use to tell the dog they did a good job, like yes, or I'll have a clicker handy. Now, I'll demonstrate both as I use clickers and the word yes while training my dog. The other thing that we need is to have some treats handy. Make sure they're small. They don't need to be very big. The size of a pea is perfect. What I will have you guys do today is, and then we're going to grab our dog. Now I've got Ellie with me today, and she's going to be a big part of our training process, and then my new puppy Luca as well. So forgive me if our new puppy, when he comes in, he's a little bit of a goofball. What we're going to do, I'm going to bring Ellie on over. Ellie, let's come back here. We are always going to start off with our dog in a sit position, and we are going to place that treat on the dog's nose. I will slowly drop this cookie to the floor, and then I'm going to pull it out just a little bit until I get the movement. The moment I get that movement, I'm going to give the click and the treat, or I might say yes and release the cookie. So let's demonstrate that again. We'll do this a few times for you. From a sit position, slowly lure him down. Notice that Ellie's nibbling at that cookie, and then pull it straight away. Very good, very good. Our initial goal is to have small distances of a crawl. We don't need anything long and extravagant yet, but that will come with practice in the future. Now, if I wasn't going to use that clicker, I would use the word yes, and I will in replace of the clicker. So again, I would have that cookie on the nose, again straight down, and then pull it out. Yes, and give the cookie. It's a very good demonstration of how to start teaching the crawl cue. Now, make sure that you are very generous with those cookies. We want the dogs to have a lot of fun learning. Now, let's keep in mind that our end goal is that the dog can crawl for a much further distance, but we really only need to start off with them moving about 6 inches. Now, what about your dogs that may not lay down with the cookie? There's going to be some of those. You may have one. We're going to give you several other options and ways to teach this regardless of what your dog's behavior might be. So here's the first thing we'll start off with. Find a wall to brace your back up against and raise your legs up. So from a sideways view, we're going to have our dogs, Ellie, over here, down. From a side view, this is what it should look like as I get ready to work the down with my dog. In front of us, we're going to trick our dogs into a down and into a crawl. So you will take that treat, place it underneath your legs, and draw the dog under, and click and treat. Now notice, I didn't smash her down, I didn't change the movement of the position of my legs, I simply draw her through. We'll give a couple more demonstrations of that. Ellie, sit. We will throw that cookie underneath of our legs and draw them through. Yes, and give that cookie. This is one alternative if my dog has a hard time with it down. I am going to bring Luca in here in just a moment and give you another demonstration. But before that, I've got to get Ellie set up. Ellie, please. Now, for this next one, I'm going to utilize a prop. Now, you can use any prop you need, and this is very similar to utilizing our legs. I am going to use a prop to try and coax the dog into a crawl position. Let's go ahead and bring Luca in. Very good. Ellie, back to your place. Now I'll use a cookie and place that on the dog's nose, just like I did the legs, and slowly draw him down. Yes! Good, Luca. Very good, my friend. And give lots of praise. So again, treat in hand, lure the dog through an item, tricking them into the down. Once they get down and start to crawl, yes! Good, Luca. And we work them right through that behavior. Very good, my friend. Now, it's your guys' turn to give it a try. Be patient with this. Take some time. It takes lots of repetitions. My suggestion to you is do your training sessions in 2 to 3 minute increments. But make sure you do that 3 to 5 times a day. Keep your dogs busy, and it'll help them learn a lot quicker. Make sure you reach out to us if you have any additional questions on how to teach it down, and we look forward to sharing another trick with you here in the near future. Have a good one.